What's going on YouTube? Today is January 5th, 2026. Happy Monday now. It's 1:02 a.m. Quick metal prices check. CMI, baby. Gold, 44.32.15 an ounce, up 98.48. Silver, 75.83, up 2.90. Platinum, 22.37.52, up 88.42. Palladium, 1,780 cents, up 47.10. Gold to silver ratio, 58.45. Nothing in this video is financial advice. Do your own research, form your own opinions. I do have two packages here. One more that arrived. If you looked at my community tab, please like, subscribe, and comment so I know you're here. Have you been on your precious metals websites lately, kids? Because I went on there today and tonight. And I went on to a couple others, and guess what I discovered? The stuff in my cart was out of stock. Because I was going to pull the trigger on another order, which I did, just tonight. It's probably going to take a while. No big deal. I went and looked at some other stuff. And I began to notice it said pre-sale. We got 5 ounces in here today. I'll probably save the other package for another date to open. Got some Buffalo action. It said pre-sale. Well, I don't want to wait. I'm ready to spend some cash on silver now. There's another Santa around. So I looked at some other stuff. And I was able to find some stuff. Geez, I don't even remember what now, to be honest with you. But it wasn't what I was looking for. Yeah, just private mint rounds, generic rounds, if you will. Not a huge deal. But I went on to a different site. I went on to Monument after Hero. Pre-sale, 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 out of stock. I'm just like, what is going on, dude? This is craziness. And I even went on to AppMex. They seem to have more stuff in stock. I don't use them as much because they are more expensive. I don't care what anybody says, it's the truth. Selection's usually pretty good there, however. When you look at what's going on, you look at what happened Saturday night, Sunday morning in Venezuela. That's just more fuel to feed the demand for the silver machine to grow, the gold machine to grow. Conflict equals growth, when it comes to metals. As far as their value, the dollar goes down more. And listen, I am not of the opinion that metals only move up because the dollar goes down. I used to believe that. I still think it's true to a degree, but sometimes metals just go up due to demand. Supply and demand. And while I have my own opinion about what transpired there, doesn't matter. And one redneck's opinion is not going to change the world. There seem to be a couple differing opinions. I definitely know what opinion mine is. But it doesn't matter. What does matter is I'm glad that I have these 3 orders that arrived yesterday. Well, Saturday. It still feels like yesterday because it's just still barely outside of Sunday night now. And I'm glad I was able to order more today. I will never reach my goal of stacking. I will never feel that I have enough. I will never feel that I'm there, so to speak, because it's money. It's real, it's tangible, it's intrinsic, and it's money. Things are good for stackers right now, as far as what we hold. It's less good if we're trying to accrue more, which I'm always in the acquisition phase. I imagine someday, when I'm a certain age, I'll be more in the liquidation phase to survive in retirement, what have you. But hopefully that's a long way off. So I'm still in acquisition mode. This is a huge part of my retirement plan. Arguably the largest. That window's closed. That window has started to close some, but I love physical precious metals. I just do. I feel safe with them. I feel comfortable with them. Again, not financial advice. Do your own research. Form your own opinions. Excuse me. There's something about them. You know, at the very least, it keeps me. Listen. I am not cured of the man I was almost 20 years ago. I love to spend money. I just love to spend money on investments now. So at the very least, this is a great way for me to spend some of this into this stuff. Okay, get rid of this, put it into stocks, more metals, investments. But I love to do that. So at the very least, silver has saved my financial life. And it continues to do so. Because no matter what, I will do what I can before acquisition phase is over to not have to sell this stuff any more often than absolutely necessary. So that's the good side of liking an asset you invest in. The bad side is you can overinvest. You can become emotional. You know, and that's not what I'm saying here. When I'm saying, have you looked at your precious metal dealer? I haven't been to the coin shop. I think I'm going to stop in there Wednesday-ish, maybe, unless something comes up. I want to see what kind of inventories are going on in the coin shop around me. You know, I want to know what's happening. Is it up? Is it down? Is it sideways, so to speak? You know, the same. Because I can tell you, based on what I'm seeing with the availability on the 3 online bullion dealers I looked at, and I will check a couple more later tonight. 2 out of the 3 especially showed a huge decline in available bullion. And again, starting the 1st, which is 4 days ago now, China tightened up its belt as far as what they're going to export. Or how much they're going to... Well, as to who they'll export to. You know, purchase requirements and so on. So, I wouldn't have expected a response this quickly. Of course, things are crazy now, and a lot of people are aware of it. So, maybe. And usually supply and demand takes a lot longer to set. But maybe people must be waking up to silver, because it's just, y'all remember the days you could go online and pretty much buy whatever you wanted for the most part within reason? That's not as true anymore. I mean, even before today and yesterday, I've seen more dealers, online dealers, that are out of this and that, and more and more. You know, pre-sales taking longer, pre-orders, and it's just like, wow. So, you know, if you have a few extra bucks, and I know that's an oxymoron, especially in today's world, it's hard to have a few extra bucks, but it might just be the time to get into some silver. You know, or to add to that stack if you've been on the fence. You know, I mean, this is a measly 5 ounces, which is what? Let's do some math here. And this is pre-premium. And of course, I ordered this, you know, when it was a little bit cheaper, I think. But what's silver price right now? It's $75.83. Okay. So if I was to order this today, right now, it would be just $379.15, and that's before the premium. So I know, you know, it's not a lot to have. It's a lot to spend. I know money's tight. I know it buys us less. I know things are more expensive. But if you have a few extra bucks and you're on the fence, you know, now might really be a good time due to availability and the fact that conflict in the world, and there's a lot of it these days, and it seems to be getting bigger and bigger and more frequent, regardless of if you're a fan of it or not. supply issues with countries, shipping out less. All these things point to an increase in silver price being here to stay for at least a while. It's my opinion. It's not a fact. Just because I believe that to be the case doesn't mean it will be, but it's looking pretty good, folks, in that department. So, hit the like, hit the subscribe, drop a comment so I know you're here, show some love, head on over to Rumble, show some love over there. Whatever you do, keep stacking, and stack now.